Alright, it's time for number 5. Right, so 1 through 3, we gotta solve them. That is, like, find out what x, and if there's y, find out what y is too. And then the right ones, we gotta graph them. Alright, so 4 through 6, we gotta graph. Solving time. Okay, this one's already set up for elimination. You notice it got positive 2y and negative 2y. So if you were to add those equations together, the y's would disappear. And let's do that right now. And so, negative x plus 5x is 4x. 2y plus negative 2y is 0y, so we're not even going to write anything there. And then negative 4 plus 4 is 0. Oh, this is getting quick. Remember, 0 is a real answer. You can get x equals 0. So, divide both sides by 4, you'll get x equals 0. That's the answer for what x is. Now what to get what y is. So you take x, plug it into one of your equations. Let's plug it into the first one. So, we got negative 0 plus 2y equals negative 4. Well, negative 0 doesn't do anything to the equation, so we're just going to not even bother with that. And we just got 2y equals negative 4. Divide by 2 to get y by itself. So y is negative 2. Ta-da! So we get the point to 0, negative 2. Bam! Moving on to number 2. Okay, this is a compound inequality. It has two inequalities. They're both here. They're just like all squished together. This is the first one, right? The left two inequalities, left two items are the first inequality, and then the right two items are the other inequality. Realize this middle part gets used twice. And if you want, you can write them as separate inequalities, but you don't have to. Because right here, you just have to realize that you're going to use the same steps in both of your inequalities to solve it. First step would be subtract the 7. So what you do to that, do to all of the sides. So do it to the middle, do it to the left side, do it to the right side. 3 minus 7 is negative 4. Less than 4x, less than 12. Okay, now you gotta get x by itself by dividing by 4. So divide by 4, and divide by 4 on the outsides. So negative 4 divided by 4 gives you negative 1 is less than x, less than 3. And this one is done. Because really that gives you the interval from negative 1 to 3. And it's done. Okay? Sorry. I guess there's one here. Yeah. So we got x's between negative 1 and 3. Moving on to number 3. Again, we got to get what x and y are. This one says to me that I want to substitute because this top one's already solved for y. So y is negative 3x minus 4. I could take that and replace the y in that second equation with negative 3x minus 4. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're trying to get what x is, and if we substitute, the y disappears and we only have x's left to deal with, which is really handy. Okay, so I substituted in, this y got replaced with negative 3x minus 4. Now I need to distribute this negative 2 through to get 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3x is positive 6x, or like plus 6x. And negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. And on the right side we got negative 16. Okay, combine x's, and I'm going to subtract 8 while I'm at it, because I want to get my x's on the left side, and all my numbers on the right, and so I need to subtract the 8 out. 2x plus 6x is 8x. And on the right side, negative 16 minus 8. Remember, if you're a negative and you're subtracting, you're going deeper in the hole. Okay, this one's getting you down to negative 24. Last step is to divide by the 8, so we'll get x equals negative 3. And that is our first variable. We had to get what y is. So take x, plug it into one of your equations. I'm going to plug it into the top one, because it's convenient that it's that way. Okay, let me make a little partition here, because y is negative 3 times what x is, which is negative 3, and then minus 4. Okay, well, negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, so you got 9 minus 4 is what y is, and that gives us y is 5. And done with the first 3.